Can I tell you how impactful your adult friendships can be on your kids? I'm gonna give you a story time right now. This is actually an example of how it can be negative for your kids. I'll give a positive example some other time. But this is actually a story about how my childhood friend, I'm no longer friends with her, tried to force feed my child to the point that my child was literally crying. So one time I was out of state, and this was one of the few times that I actually was out of state, and I had a whole team of people helping to watch my three kids. I had my mom, I had my two little cousins, and I also had a friend of mine who actually was a psychologist who works with children actually come and watch my kids for 2 days as well, in conjunction with all the other people. So I had a team. All right, this wasn't just, oh, I have someone watching my kid. No, it was like a whole production. And I have Amazon devices where I have the cameras around the house so I actually can see what was going on. So while I was in California, I would also look on the phone to watch my kids through the camera. So my kids were getting all of these snacks from my friend and my cousins that they don't normally eat, like Oreos and chips and just stuff that they just don't get a lot of. So they were having a bowl and they were eating all of these snacks. It was time for them to eat lunch, and my 4-year-old ate so many of these snacks that I could see she was being given that she did not want to eat any more of her lunch. She ate a small portion of it, a little less than half, and then she was done. And this child of mine is a foodie. So if she says she's done and she's full, she's full. I also don't believe in that you need to finish everything on your plate, because that can create really unhealthy relationships with food. So I don't want that for my kids, and I don't force them to eat more than they feel that they can eat. However, my friend, former friend, who literally was a psychologist who worked with children, came in and tried to force my child, 4-year-old, to eat the food. Literally to the point that my 4-year-old was crying, and she was like, I don't care, those tears don't work on me, and you're gonna have to sit there until you eat everything. Now, you know that's when I dropped in, right? Of course, I dropped in on the Amazon device, and I was like, hold on. No. She does not have to eat that. She's okay. She's full. Y'all gave her too many snacks before lunch. She cannot eat all of that. Then I had to call her on the phone separately and have an adult conversation about this. But this really helped me to understand how important it is to have discernment over your adult friendships, even if it's a person that you've known since childhood. Because what I knew for sure was that this particular friend of mine had mommy issues, right? And I thought they were kind of ironed out, but clearly they jumped out in this situation because this kind of mimicked her relationship with her mother, where her mother would do those type of things and force her to eat and so on and so forth, and her unhealthy relationship with food. And now she's passing that on to my daughter unknowingly. I don't think she was intentional in that, but I say this to say, just because someone is someone that you love dearly and you understand their issues and you think that they're past it, it doesn't mean that they are. And you have to truly, deeply take that into consideration when you're thinking about your friends being around your kids. Again, she wasn't alone with my child. It was an entire, group of people, but at the same time, I feel as if that situation was very traumatic to my child. And, being a 4-year-old, she just really looked up to this person and she wanted to make this person happy. And for them to be so coarse with her and trying to force her to do something that she absolutely couldn't do, and that's why she was crying, it was very startling. So I just wanted to share that story with other moms who, if you ever have this inkling or feeling that a friend of yours, no matter how sweet or smiley they are, or even if they're around children, they seem like such a great person, that they might have any issues that may spark or be triggered around your children or in your family or your home, go with that gut feeling, okay? Learn from me. Don't chance it. Go with that gut feeling, and just make sure that you keep distance between your child and that person, or just end that friendship altogether. All right, I'll give a positive story next time.